It is my great pleasure to introduce our speaker from Eugene Lang College, Fumi Tejuoso. Fumi is graduating with a degree in Global Studies and minors in Fashion Communications and French Studies, and is committed to bringing a wide range of voices to the global fashion industry.
My name is Fumi Tejuoso, and I'm glad to be part of today's graduating class. Like many of us here, I embarked on my college journey expecting many things: a fairy tale New York City romance, Gossip Girl style apartment, and perfect grades, in that order for starters. However, I got this: no fairy tale and absolutely no perfection. Plenty job rejections and dead ends instead. And today, as I graduate, I'm thankful for them, for they set me on a different path than what I planned on, and blessed me with such a better life by giving me great friends, mentors, and experiences. Throughout the books I read for class discussions and the conversations I had, both in formal and informal settings, I've experienced a love here these past 4 years that my inner bookworm swoons over. Throughout my time here, my professors approached me as if they were genuinely looking to learn from me. My opinions were valued, and while this might not be the case in the real world, I'm grateful that it was the case here because it gave me the space and support I needed to begin visualizing what I've always deemed a fairy tale: a world where the most marginalized amongst us matter and people everywhere are cared for and valued. And this isn't me attempting to romanticize my college experience. I'm sure my classmates would agree it has not always been an easy journey. In fact, I often found myself wanting to just go back home because of how difficult balancing the curriculum and new college culture proved to be at first. But staying the course was always my final decision because of the support system around me. From my mother and siblings to the friends I made throughout my time at the new school, such as my classmates and former orientation leader colleagues, and even the lovely people who kept me well fed in the university center cafeteria. Shout out to them. I can surely say that while life is only just getting started for all us graduates, I've already begun to imagine what my own fairy tale ending could look like. But I also know this is not the case for everyone. And out of all the things I've learned at this school, the one lesson I find myself coming back to day in and day out is to not speak for others. We're far beyond the era of telling graduates that the future is what you make it. When you take into account the rise in homelessness and ever-growing income inequality because of the pandemic, to climate change crises and heightened police and state violence against marginalized people everywhere this past year alone, we're seeing in real time what horrors are making up our futures: greed, hate, destruction. But I wouldn't be practicing the knowledge I've gained during undergrad if I didn't remind my fellow graduating classmates today that we can and must resist against these horrors. Global issues will continue to try and deter us from what matters, but we cannot allow ourselves to forget that a better world is possible. In the words of Octavia E. Butler, we have to persist, because it is amazing what we could do if we simply refuse to give up. For we're all capable of climbing so much higher than we usually permit ourselves to suppose. Imagine a better world, then bring your imaginations to life. For if the new school gave us nothing else, it gave us the insight and language to know that we already have in us all the tools we need to fashion a new world for ourselves and future generations. This school has shown us how to combine our critical thinking skills and ability to empathize to create impactful solutions and challenge harmful status quo wherever we can. So don't doubt your capabilities. You're already your own fairy tale. Just go forth and create your stories happily ever after.